Hey everybody, I am doing a review today of the Feiyu-Tech G4S Handheld 3-axis gimbal. This is a review I've wanted to do for a while. I bought this about 6 months ago, used it on an overseas trip that I took, and never found the time to actually talk about it on video, so that's what I'm going to do today. This thing is awesome. I think everyone should go get one if you have a GoPro. So this gimbal, I bought it on Amazon. Goes, at least when I bought it, for around $340. And it fits the GoPro. I have a GoPro 4 Silver. So I know it fits that. Should fit the GoPro 3s. Whatever has the same dimensions as the GoPro 4. It should fit in here quite fine. It is very lightweight. It can't be used with the GoPro housings, those waterproof housings that go on it. It actually snaps into this little assembly that it came with. So the body itself is exposed, which I think is nice because I like the microphones to pick up all the sound and not be muffled by those waterproof housings. So I got this basically to take on trips, to get rid of a bunch of shakiness, so I could walk around, I could talk, I could pick up the sounds of the environment that I'm in, and just make some really cool video with my GoPro. Okay, so the G4S, it comes with this handy dandy carrying case, pretty durable. It's a zipper case. What comes inside is some cat hair, not really. But first of all, you're going to get your 4 batteries. Feiyu-Tech brand batteries, 3.7 volt. It takes 2 of those to power the gimbal. You're going to get your battery charger, whatever housing thing. There is a cable to go along with that, USB cable. A wall outlet adapter doesn't come included, but most of us have tons of those sitting around if you're a techie. Let's see. The actual gimbal itself comes with these 2 pieces. You basically stick a couple batteries down inside one, you screw it together. That's all put together. This piece up here, I don't know if you can see, it's getting confusing looking, but basically this little plastic piece comes off. You stick the GoPro into this housing, kind of slides in there. You put this little clippy thing, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it snaps in here, holds the thing in place. If I can get it in there. Okay, so it's all snapped in. Easier than I made it out to look. And basically that is everything it takes to get it all set up. Powered it on, and there it is. So it comes, this is the, like I said, the G4S. They've made different models in the past, the G3, the G4, and this is the G4S. I think basically when they upgraded every model, they added a new feature. I know the biggest feature with the G4S is the fact that it has 360 degree tilt and rotation. Basically, it never runs into itself like some of the previous models. You can actually go completely around the little camera and not bump into the handle or anything like that. It has different modes. There's this button right there, this white button that flashes when it's on. You basically, I'm going to turn it off. When it's off, you know, it's just free floating there. You'll push the button once, that turns it on, gets it into its standard mode where you can basically twist your hand and it glides back and forth, and then it stays on that plane, so it's not gonna tilt up or down, it's just gonna go left to right. If you do 2 taps on that white button, then now you're in a tilting mode. So if you tilt up, it'll slowly tilt up. If you tilt down, it'll slowly tilt down, and you can still pan left to right, where it has this nice smooth lag. So basically if you jerk your hand, it's going to make sure to glide nice and easy. Makes for really good video footage. And then if you tap the button 3 times, it turns it into inverted mode. So basically if you wanted to get shots where the handle's up like that and you want to move around like this, still being able to pan back and forth. Basically if you want to get low to the ground and don't want to, you know, sit there with the handle like this, you can actually hold, it lets you hold the handle straight down and just walk along with it, get a shot of whatever your skateboard wheels or whatever you're taking video of. If you are still in inverted mode and you want to go back to the original mode, you're supposed to be able to hit this button 4 times, and then it goes back to its first mode, which is just panning back and forth. I have noticed that sometimes this thing gets confused. If you've moved it around a bunch and you tap that 4 times to reset it to the original just panning mode, it didn't do it for me a couple times. So you can always just hold down this button for 3 seconds and it turns it off. You know, now it's just free flowing again, and then I just turn it back on, and it always gets you back into that first panning mode. So really cool little device. When you are in your modes, there is this 4-way joystick right there that lets you actually control. So if you're in the first mode, the panning mode, and you do want to look up and down, you can use that joystick. Let's see. If you're in the second mode that actually lets you do all that, that function is turned off, basically because your hand gives you that ability to just do it, pan and tilt in any direction. And if you're in inverted mode, looks like the tilting up and down it does work in that inverted mode. Okay. So that was cool. I think that was on this newest model, the G4S. You get this little joystick that lets you tilt up and down if you want to. Just another way to make some really smooth shots. Other cool features of this newest model, you have that joystick. You also have this little USB connection port where you can attach an analog monitor if you wanted a monitor to view what you're looking at away from your little screen, if your little screen is turned off or whatnot. What's cool about this model is you can actually still see your LCD screen if you have a GoPro with the LCD screen on the back. It's still pretty easy to see, so I like that. This little bracket that holds it in place it's durable. I've used this thing riding on a bicycle, riding on the back of a moped, on trains, planes, automobiles, all that good stuff, walking around, and it has never broken out of that little harness. I'll show a video of it up close and show you how it pops in, but it's held in there nice and snug. And what's some other cool features of this model, you can actually charge your GoPro from the 2 batteries in the handle that are actually powering the gimbal. you can charge your GoPro with those batteries as well. There's just a little switch on the back side of the gimbal, the little bracket that holds the GoPro in place. That is there and allows you to turn that function on and off if you want your GoPro to be charged using those batteries or not. There's also another little switch that lets you, if you turn it on, it lets you access your SD card on your GoPro through another little USB port, and lets you access that data without taking your GoPro out of the whole housing and taking it off the gimbal. You can actually access your SD card. So some cool little features. It comes with 2 lithium batteries that they're rechargeable. It comes with two pairs, so you get a total of 4 of these black Feiyu-Tech batteries, 3.7 volt. Battery life was good. I mean, I guess depending on how much you use it, but it lasted me, a full day when I was in Taiwan, going around cities and on backs of mopeds, getting cool shots, which I will show you at the end of this video. So the handle can be extended. It looks like there's grooves where you can extend it, as well as your standard tripod little screw port. So this can be attached to a tripod if you want to do that. I think I kind of covered most of it. It's cool. It's battery powered. That keeps it level, keeps it steady. It's not like one of those steady cams where you have to balance weights, worry about that stuff. It's real easy to use. It's great that it fits the GoPro. It is the perfect, I think, travel companion. There are, within the directions, settings for recalibrating its balance, I guess. Making sure if you turn it on and it is not level, parallel with the horizon, then there is a way to reset it. And I haven't had to do that, play with that yet. It's never gone off balance for me, and that's with me turning it on and off while I'm riding on the back of a moped. It's worked really well for me, and I like it. It's not, you can't have the waterproof housing on it when it's snapped into this harness, but so I mean, I wouldn't use it out in the pouring rain, but other than that, it's a great, really cool toy. So I actually like to, when I take it all apart, I keep my GoPro attached to the gimbal itself. Just put that part handle there, and this sits in like that, so it actually fits in there with your GoPro camera. You don't have to take it off. Slap some batteries back in there, cables in here. I throw extra SD cards in there, battery pack there. I actually take my GoPro battery, third party brand GoPro battery charger, also USB powered. I take some GoPro batteries, stick them in there where the second set of batteries were. Yeah, and that's really, it's got everything that you need. Oh, there is a cable that comes with it, the analog monitor cable. That does come with the gimbal, this little thing. So that comes with that. But anyways, fits all my stuff, zips up nicely, and then I just toss that in my backpack or travel bag, whatever.